Now listen up. We're here to take you on a journey through time.
It's Friday night, and the time is right. It's Friday night, and the time is right. We do this shit, do it all night. So get your chips and your fucking drink. We gon' do this shit. Come on, ride with me. It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
And the mood is right. It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
And the mood is right.
DWI. On a Friday night.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
It's Friday night.
Friday night.
It's Friday night. DWI. Friday night. It's Friday night.
Friday night.
Saturday night. It's Saturday night. And we're gonna play DWI. It's Saturday night. Here to fight. DWI. Here to write. So grab your chips and drink. What do you think? Hey, come on down tonight. We alright. DWI. Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
We here tonight.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
It's Saturday night. We here tonight. Take them home, dude. Saturday night.
And the mood is right.
Damn, we took the motherfuckers on a ride, didn't we? Show you right.
DWI and the Revolution.
Show you right. Motherfuckers went back, boy. That shit was what, 77? Them motherfuckers was feeling that shit back then, man. Oh shit. Oh, glad you guys could make it, man. How y'all doing out there in TV land? Welcome to DWI, episode 40. Fellas, 40 episodes under our belt, man.
Yeah, man.
This is nuts, man. The journey continues, man, and it starts to get even better. How they say it gets greater later.
Right.
So I'm glad you guys can make it here on our journey. We appreciate you guys tuning in and following and sharing and clicking like and all that good stuff, subscribing. Right now, I want to send a shout out to everybody out there who's doing big things out there. If you got a podcast out there, if you're a DJ, if you guys work a 9-to-5 grind, if you out there on that doggone pole making it happen, if you're on the corner doing what you got to do to survive, if you work at a gas station, if you work anywhere in America or outside the country and you're just trying to make a living just to support yourself, we salute you. Right now, man, I just like to show a lot of love because you guys have been giving us a lot of love. So, listen, on your journey, on whatever you guys are trying to make happen, make that shit happen. Believe in your vision, believe in your dream, because here at DWI, that's all we keep doing is just keep pushing along and believing on our dream and trying to get to the next destination that God has planned for us.
Right.
So, fellas, without further ado, that's Dude, that's Wax, I'm Illy. We are DWI. Yeah, man. So, hey, man, that intro was fucking groovy, man. You figure we took them back at least to the 70s.
Right.
So for all you cats out there, man, that was growing up in the 70s, that shit was for y'all, man. You know what I mean? That shit, man, it was wild, man. Right. It was a good time to be alive, man. What y'all remember about back in the day when you wanted something, we'll say something small. Like, for example, my big thing was lunchboxes. When we went to school, man, I remember Matt Ford. Shout out Matt Ford, man. He had the dopest lunchbox. I think it was a Knight Rider lunchbox. It was either that or the Dukes of Hazzard with the little thermos joint. Mm-hmm. So I would want, a lunchbox to be able to carry my stuff in there because I'm like, man, if I see these cats doing it, I want to do it. So he had the lunchbox, but it wasn't just about having a lunchbox. It was about having the contents inside. That had to be something special. You couldn't show up with anything less than either a salami sandwich or a fucking pepperoni sandwich with cheese. Because peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are no bueno. They're not bargaining chips. Because everybody doesn't like the same peanut butter and or jelly. So if you ain't got Jif and Welch's together and you come with some off-brand shit, we're gonna know. So
plus them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches get soggy if they sit all day.
Yes, and it's like, who wants warm jelly?
Right.
Nobody wanted warm jelly, so you had to have some substance on that sandwich. Then the motherfucker came with the cheesy nacho Doritos. Then
that was a game changer.
Oh my God. Then you would see either a Suzy Q, one of those fucking cupcakes, or a Twinkie. And then to wash it down, the motherfucker had a bag of fruit snacks. Are you fucking serious? And that's back when fruit snacks was like this big, a pouch. Like, them some bitches was huge.
They was filled to the brim.
Then, to boot, while we all had trays of lunch and milk cartons and all that, this motherfucker had a thermos and fill that bad boy up with some type of red Kool-Aid every day. So when I seen that fucking lunchbox with those contents, I said, I need a lunchbox. So I go home. I'm like, hey, Ma, everybody at school got lunchboxes, but I was thinking about one in specific, and that was Matt's lunchbox. So I'm like, I need a lunchbox. She's like, all right, we're going to the store later on. We can go get you one. So back in the day, this was back when you couldn't go to the store with your mom because she had a fear of you asking for too much shit. So she was just going to get the lunchbox. So my brother Boo had a fucking Mickey Mouse Club lunchbox, but that was in the 70s, and that was like a good lunchbox to have at that time. Shout out Boo Dollar. So I'm like, all right, it's my time to shine. Bruh, when she came back, she had a fucking Hardy Boys fucking lunchbox for me. And for those of y'all that don't know the Hardy Boys and who they was, it was like a off-brand British Scooby-Doo, it felt like. Dude, you got a little clip of the fucking lunchbox so we can show the people at home?
Give me a second real quick.
I remember the Hardy Boys, but it being a book.
Bruh, because they had mysteries. It was the Hardy Boy mysteries. Yeah. Man, my mom gets back home. Like, when she comes back, she's like, all right, baby, I got the lunchbox. And she comes back, and then she brings this motherfucker out the Ames bag. And I seen it and looked at it. That's it. That's that motherfucker right there. And the thermos.
Yo, who the fuck are those dudes?
I told you, it was like an off-brand fucking like Scooby-Doo.
But what's their names, though?
I forget, man. After I got the lunchbox, I had to act like I was involved with the Hardy Boys and shit. So, like, my black ass was going to school with two white guys with a lunchbox. Not saying it was terrible, but you gotta understand, we grew up in the fucking 80s. Them motherfuckers wasn't having it like who are they? Like, who are them guys on your lunchbox? Because you got some explaining to do. I asked for a Harlem Globetrotter lunchbox because that was the thing they had back then.
Right.
So it was like, damn, man, why the hell would you bring me that back home?
Right.
Needless to say, I got teased for weeks to the point where that lunchbox didn't make it back to school after like my first time. But I did make sure I had me a Matt Ford lunch. Well, it just didn't taste like how the lunch that he had tasted because we was asking for half of his shit. So I know, and I'm like, these Doritos don't taste like those. And it was just, man, it fucked my whole head up. Now let me ask you this, Huey. What's one thing that you asked your mom for to get, and she ended up getting it, but it wasn't what you thought it would be?
Listen, remember back in the 80s, probably like 85, 86, was like Trapper Keepers was like, you go to school with you a Trapper Keeper, you was in there. But there was all kind of dope ones. Everybody had like Transformers or G.I. Joe.
Right.
So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, I need me a Trapper Keeper, man. So she goes, I don't even know where she got it from. It was like Rogers or something. And it was a fucking Duran Duran.
Come on, bro.
It was Duran Duran Trapper Keeper, and I had no choice but to take it.
Right, because you asked for it.
I asked for it. I asked for a Trapper Keeper. I didn't say which one, I guess. And she got me Duran Duran. I don't even know anything Duran Duran sings to this day, but that's the one I got. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You
got a little flick of it?
I forget. It was one of their albums. Let me see if I can find it. Duran Duran.
Bruh, that's ill for her even thinking about bringing that to the table. Like, all right, well, look, he just said Trapper Keeper.
I think it was this one.
They got a devil broad on there.
Oh, that's beauteous.
I think it was this one, which goes against everything my mom would have did. I don't know. She must have got it from Rogers or something. Was like, whatever. Is this Trapper and Keeper?
Right, and you can't take it back because it's from Rogers.
Right.
So that's back in the day before they say, look, you either use it or I'll just take it back or I'll throw it away. Like there was no renegotiation.
Right.
Not like our kids. Mm-hmm. It's almost like we're a constant middleman. We were our parents' butler and maid, and now we work for our children.
Right.
Wax, how about you?
I mean, I got plenty of stories, but besides like shoes and clothes, I'm gonna say like one time it was like Halloween, and I was asking for like a He-Man, like you know the little get up with the plastic mask. And like,
you got the little strap.
Yeah, and I was excited because I just knew she was gonna give me a He-Man Halloween costume, and she brought back Orko.
What?
Orko. He was like the worst character on He-Man.
Wasn't he the ghost?
Yeah, he was. There you go. But that's what I dressed up as for Halloween. I was so hurt.
Bruh, that is beautiful that you had, and I kind of remember you having that.
Listen, that was one of the biggest letdowns ever because like you couldn't even get me a bad guy. I couldn't be like Skeletor
or Moss Man or something.
It's like you gonna give me the stupid sidekick.
But you gotta understand, them shits was expensive back in the day, man.
Expensive like $7, bro. Like that was all plastic.
I get it, I agree, but I can remember asking my mom for a damn He-Man, the same joint you talking about with the little mask and shit, and I got Sergeant Slaughter. And you can still see like the side of my face because I was like real chubby, so they knew it was me. Like I couldn't come up there like trick or treat, and then they like think it was something else. They was like, Phil?
Right.
Like it was off. It was off. I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, I remember asking for Transformers and getting GoBots.
Oh, bro, that's the beauty of it.
This shit, it transforms all easy and fast. Like, you know, real Transformers, you fuck around and forget how to transform it back. Like, them GoBots was like, and it was transformed, the arms didn't move and shit. It was just a car or a man real quick. One turn.
It was like those little fucking army guys you get like this with like a little bit of like movement on there. Like the shit was crazy. Which brings me back to back in the day. Do you remember costumes? And this might be just a cultural thing, or it could be everybody. You guys, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say shit, Wax. I'm not saying another word until they do 3 things.
Well, what's that?
That's like, share, and subscribe. It costs them nothing. So if you can just pass this along so we can all enjoy the laugh at everybody's expense, because I'm sure it happened to everybody, let's do that. But nah, do y'all remember back in the day, after, I'll say, kindergarten, first grade, how the costumes were going to school.
Right.
Being like growing up, not having that much money around, and we definitely don't have a lot of money to spend on your Halloween outfit this year because Halloween, for some strange reason, always fell at a bad time.
Christmas. It was waiting for Christmas. Like, shit.
Yeah. But I'm like, this is something that's real small that we have to have because we're having a costume party at school. So I can't be the only kid in there without a costume. Do y'all remember what y'all wore when money was tight and y'all couldn't afford to get a costume?
You already know.
Wax, what was your mom and your go-to?
Shit, a ghost. Like, the simple and plain as it gets. I was like Charlie Brown's ghost.
Right.
For fucking Halloween when we didn't have enough chips to get like like a good costume. It was like a makeshift ghost.
Right. What about you, Louie?
I mean, it was always either, a hobo or a clown.
Yeah.
It's something easy that you had all the household materials for. Like the one time I went as a hobo and I painted my face with like Vaseline and like for like the beard, and then I used like coffee grinds.
You could have broke out.
Right, to give myself the beer.
You could have got infantile for that, not even knowing
I
it.
damaged my pores forever. That's probably why my beard don't grow like it's supposed to now.
All because of that damn coffee fucking, that coffee beard stash you had. Bruh, it's the same with me. A hobo or a bum, and then my mom get creative, or I said hobo or a bum, a hobo or a clown, or my mom would get creative and make me a hobo clown.
Right.
Like, wasn't nothing like it, man. I have like bum clothes on with my face painted white.
The funny part is, like, if I was a bum and acceptable, if I was a bum and acceptable costume.
Right. And then like you take a pop bottle and put a brown bag about a brown bag around it and be like, why did we know that they were like incorporating alcohol in it?
Right.
Like,
It's just, you took a person down on his luck and made a costume out of it. Cosplaying a mental illness.
That is fucked up, man.
It's wild the shit we used to do. If you think about it, it's like this motherfucker is a down on his luck person that probably ate too right in the head, got an addiction.
probably from Vietnam.
Right.
Like, you know,
And he was fighting his country. He was fighting for his country.
Right.
that's wild. I never looked at it like that. man.
Neither did I.
And then we just put his outfit on and walk around and get candy.
And beg for candy and shit. Like, I guess it does kind of fit though.
Right.
Because
Like,
we used to beg for candy like a motherfucker.
Like, I don't know, I don't think kids dress up like bums anymore, do they? That was just our era.
It's gotten more creative, man. Matter of fact, shit, when we went to fucking Pittsburgh on your birthday, these motherfuckers was like Halloween in June.
In July.
July, excuse me.
Furries.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was like, oh shit, this is a real thing.
Yeah, they turned Halloween into a damn lifestyle.
Bruh, so like that's a real thing, man. They enjoy dressing up. I mean, nowadays it's a little bit more complex. They got tails, little feet,
Right.
a whole fucking rat, you know what I mean? Like a rat face.
Right.
That shit's hard.
That shit got a stink inside that shit, though.
It smells like butt. It
Yeah,
smells like taking that bad fella off and all rubbing against your lips all damn day. The inside of that mask is hot and it smells like fresh farts. Like somebody opened up a canteen of fresh farts and dumped them all in that mask.
And like, is that just like a freak off? Is that what they do for the furries? Is it more of the furries or more that just didn't get together and freak off?
With the masks and stuff on. Like, it doesn't matter. We're this animal.
Right.
Probably.
And we're all smashing. It's like a glory hole without the glory hole.
Right.
So you don't know who I am.
It's an unlimited glory hole.
Right.
For anybody.
It's like a portable glory hole.
They're like, this shit, man, you can put anything over that hole and get, like, wow, this would... I don't understand it, but this is what motherfuckers are doing, so have at it.
I do know Andrew McCutcheon goes crazy when the furries are in town, though.
Yeah.
Like, check his stats out, man. That's facts, too.
Yeah.
He gets busy. So, he might be a furry behind the scenes or some shit. That shit gets him excited or something.
Do you have to have some type of orient to be a furry, or, like, what's the rules to that?
I don't know. Just put a mask on and start fucking.
Is that what it is?
I guess be a freak. Be a freaky ass nigga. Be a 69 god.
So it's basically opening yourself up to suggestions.
I guess. I don't know.
Suggestions and lice and shit, because I don't know.
Fuzzy ass. I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand it. If any of y'all understand furriness, come on and get in the comments and tell us how freaky that shit is, or if it's not freaky at all, if we're just making y'all sound crazy.
Right. Because, I mean, we don't know.
Right, because it could be just some wholesome shit. They might get together and
Pray.
and get in a circle and sing Kumbaya. I don't know.
Right. You could be right. Needless to say, we don't have a problem with furries at DWI. We just don't understand the lingo and how you guys are moving and grooving.
It
So,
just seems like there's some fucking going on.
oh, there definitely is some fucking on. Free fucking at that.
Right.
Like, you never have to call that person again because you don't know who to look for.
Exactly.
Like, if she was a pink rat and she like...
You can't call domestics. They don't get no child support.
They don't. They just got raised their little furry rat baby. And it's like, if you like get somebody pregnant with that furry mask on, does the baby come out looking like you, or you in that mask?
I mean,
Does the baby come out with a little mask on?
Like a frog, wolf, or some shit. Like,
Something.
I don't know.
Needless to say, that shit is wild.
It's
So,
funny.
with that being said, moving forward, the music industry,
Okay.
the entourages, the people who were in place to be next.
The number twos.
Yeah, where the hell are they now?
Good question. I mean, they fell off into obscurity, most of them,
Right.
I would say. I mean, you got a couple trying to make a comeback after like 20-something years.
Right.
You know what I mean? But they were put in position to win, and they just never reached that plateau of actually really winning, I guess. I mean, being a hype man is kind of a win, though.
Right.
But, like, if you don't capitalize on that, I guess, you fall off.
But Wax, what I'm saying is a lot of these hype men, they were in position to drop their album next, have the same, how should I say, the same impact that be predecessors in a sense.
To push it forward.
Yeah, like from the, like a relay race. You hand them the baton and then they take that same baton and they run their own race with it.
Yeah.
But where the hell are they? You got a lot of Nelly's camp. You remember Nelly?
Yeah.
The
Saint Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics. Where's Murphy Lee and everybody?
Good question.
That song Air Force One, that was a banger. The beat to those monotone lyrics when old girl was like, Kevon, were you getting those colors? Are you dyeing them? Like, she was reading off a script. But the shit was still a classic, and it went platinum. And it made Air Force One stocks drive up. What I mean is, where are the people that were in place to move the needle a little bit further?
Good question.
Memphis Bleak from Rockefeller.
I mean, it all comes back to, like, did they have the drive or did they have the backing? Because even if you're on a label with somebody that's dope, they still got to be the ones pushing you. And if they're not pushing you, then you're just out there on your own.
But do you not have enough to make it on your own?
Not if they're not pushing you. I mean, because you're still signed to that person. So if you're signed to them, they run the shit that you're doing. So you can only do what they're pretty much allowing you to do at that point. After it's all over, then
that's something different.
Right.
Maybe it's because the person who was the number one was getting screwed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're getting screwed. So now I'm going to bring number two in, and I'm going to screw him while they're screwing me. And you know what I mean? Maybe it's like that.
And it's always to me, it's a bad idea to sign to an artist anyway, because he's an artist. He's going to be looking after himself first. So you're not going to be his first priority at all anyway.
Ever.
Right?
If he's still an artist.
Right. If he's still doing his thing, he's going to be worried about him. And if you kind of creep up there and start getting a little bit better than him, they're not going to have that shit. They're going to be like, nah, fuck that. I got to, table this shit so I can and maybe leech off of some of the shit that you've been doing. So
do you feel like it's more gatekeeping than, I'll say, them hearing the actual productivity of the number two and thinking to themselves, man, this shit is whack?
It might be a little bit of both. A little bit of that. Definitely, there's always gatekeeping involved and shit.
Like the A&R is really listening to it and being like, I don't know if this is going to do as well, because had this been another artist, it might have went further than it is with this guy.
Right. Like, great example is Drake and Lil Wayne.
I was just thinking about that.
Right.
I've been seeing so much shit, man. Where is Drake?
He's collecting his thoughts right now, man. I mean...
And is this what happens when you get ready to be shelved? Because there's a process in the shelving a person. You just don't go directly to the shelf like, oh, we're done with this guy. You go through a process of tar and feathering, scrutinization, and then they put you up like, nah, we going. Matter of fact, sit back down, nigga, and let us get, like, they got so many clips coming out with Drake and like, this is why this is happening. This is what he meant by this. This is how that is going. So it's like, damn.
They dug into all that shit from the past and used it against him and still are. Like, they're still coming up with... even if they're crazy theories, it still kind of lines up.
Right, and it's like, why are y'all doing this to this young man when he was just making music that y'all enjoyed a year ago?
Probably because he was doing that to them or something sort of like that behind closed doors. I don't know that for sure. I'm just assuming that's why so many people don't like him.
Right.
But like, I mean, and another point is like, as soon as he got super big, you notice he stopped repping Young Money. Like, you know what I mean? So.
I mean, I was thinking he did that because of how him and Lil Wayne's relationship was after the fact of what he did when he was, you know, up close and personal with Lil Wayne's, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that he just fell back.
Maybe.
You know, I don't want you repping my shit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, point proven. You know, something to that effect because, like, nigga, you a snake. Like, why would I let you rock my label like that? So,
but that goes to show you what type of dude that Wayne is too. Because Wayne could have shelved Drake himself when he started getting too big. Mm-hmm. Like it's like most motherfuckers in that position probably would have did, but Wayne just let him get his shit and take off. So shout out to Wayne for that, I guess.
Well, I can probably attest to why he did it. A, he's a Libra, and we all think alike, so like all of our brains are connected. And B, money.
Right.
Why would I stop you from making money for us? For me.
But I was saying, other people have done that, even though they was going to be making money, but it's not money from that they generated. So
right.
And the ego gets involved. A lot of people fucking sabotage their own pockets just to make their ego grow,
and just to make a point. Like I'll suffer while watching you suffer.
Right.
While we're both, you know, we could have both been turning a profit.
Right.
Good point. It's a cruel game, man.
It's a dirty game.
That game is ugly.
But there's still rules that are implied, Wax. Loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And being official.
Yeah, but
those two rules will always apply. The loyalty
in the real world.
In the real world.
Not in that game.
But do you think that there's not no real elements that are involved in that game? Because that's a part of the real world. It's just not the big part.
I don't think so.
I think it starts out like that, but it ends up being all fugazi.
Well, explain the locks.
That's one group.
That's about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them niggas got the fucking recipe.
Yeah.
And for those of y'all that don't know, that's what it is. That's the problem with everything, man. It's like everything is so momentarily, so microwavable. Mm-hmm. Instant noodles, popcorn in 4 minutes, 3 minutes. They like, if you put it on 4, you won't burn that popcorn. But I'm trying to get every kernel out of that bad fella before it turns light brown. So with that being said, it's just like that part. How these motherfuckers nowadays say that part. The essence of loyalty and all that, that's the fabric of any relationship on how it moves forward. On progression.
I agree. I don't think there's a lot of that in the industry.
But once you lose that element, you lose that situation.
And
that's what happens.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. There ain't too many situations where it's just loyalty is what's going on. Like, not in the music business, not in entertainment, period.
I was about to say, look at what's going on with Jay-Z and fucking Dame Dash.
Right.
There was loyalty there for a while, and then what happens at the end?
Right.
You know?
And that's happened, like we was talking about with all these crews. Like, that's usually what happens. Like, somebody starts, once you involve money and power, that shit always turns not always, because like you said with the Locks, shout out to the Locks, because they're the ones, like, they're the outliers though, because everybody else seems to fall victim to it. Yeah, but they've even had their struggles and shit and beefs.
That's what I mean. Like, even them, they was, able to succumb to the fall of the industry on how a lot of motherfuckers, luckily they were able to attach and adhere to the bigger picture and the better moments. You know what I mean? The greater part of that situation. Like, we was all pretty much cool before this. I'm not saying that they all hung out, because, if you watch their show, you'll see how some of the elements came to be. But if they're already not close and they're not homeboys and they do have a riff over money, or you just paying him more because y'all grew up together and all that, that's going to be a problem.
Even Outkast. And they were the best duo I could think of.
But I don't think it was money, Wax.
No, I'm just saying they fell out though.
Right.
I don't think they fell out though, because they still hang out with each other.
Yeah, and they still rock, but it's just like Big Boy was probably pissed, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
like,
sure
nigga, you left a bunch of money on the table.
Right.
To go over here and do this fucking flute shit. Like honestly, like if like one or two of us quit this podcast or do whatever, y'all better not start picking up flutes just to be like, you did that to stop doing DWI? Right. What the hell is that?
I feel like we follow the Locks blueprints though. You know what I mean?
You have to. That's why I brought up loyalty. That's an element that should never be forgotten, but everybody pushes that out of the window for their own selfishness.
And for money.
Right.
I think it's more for selfishness than it is money, because it don't even have to be money involved. It could be a chick. It could be a scenario where you're trying to better your life in a work atmosphere to where you're going to snake another guy on his position and dirty, you know what I mean? Yeah, money
that's
has...
money. That's money. But you're right, though. It's either, like, money or women.
Right.
You know what I mean? I agree, though. I totally agree. Like, it's... The blueprint that they put down is something everybody should live by. Like,
right.
Even if me and you fight, or me and him, or you and him, the world won't see that shit. You know what I mean? We'll keep that behind closed doors, work our situation out, and then present whatever we have to present to the
that
world.
part ain't the world's business.
Bingo.
And with that being said, you motherfuckers better like, share, and subscribe before we come kick your motherfucking ass, man. This is an opportunity for y'all to like, share, and subscribe, because we trying to drop it to you. We ain't preaching to you. We just giving it to you like it was given to us. And there's a blueprint. Basically rules to the game and people to blame. So it's like, if they wonder at home, why is it like this? Why I ain't got no friends? Why ain't nobody calling me? Because obviously you was the X factor. If you got to call a bunch of motherfuckers just to try to make something happen, it was you.
Right.
So get that shit understood and get that portion of your life together, because at the same time you can be an asset to somebody else instead of just being an ass. You know, let's forget all the dumb shit, because at this point it's like not helping, it's keeping you in that vicious circle. So, you know, that's how I feel about that part of it. You know, the elements of the groups not making it. You know, money, fame, that all goes hand in hand. That's how you deal with it. It's what you put first.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, yes, you'll have fans, you'll have people that enjoy what you do, but the essence of what they love is what they see. It's not something that they can just conjure in their mind, like it's just something about that person. Whether it's how you talk, how you articulate, how you deliver the message, how you deliver it with intent. Mm-hmm. But it's just like that essence should not change. It should be something that's to be embraced until you have no more life.
Till the end of time.
That's
basically.
it. Because with us, is what you see is what you get. And that's individually. It's as a clique as well, but that's how you feel, that's how dude feels, and that's how I feel. There's no surprises behind that fucking cloth back there, behind these bricks. Mm-hmm. There's no fucking guy back there moving and grooving and having us do, you know what I mean? We're the brains of the operation. So with that being said, we all independently decide to do this, but as best to our ability as possible and to stay pure to what we believe.
He's talking to y'all. He ain't talking to me.
No doubt.
To y'all.
No doubt.
It seems like he's preaching to me, but...
Well, that's because... Look, I was about to say cockeyed, but then these pause. But no, I am. I'm talking to y'all, and I'm talking to the world. I'm talking to whoever this message reaches. I'm talking to whoever this message reaches. Because, like, it costs you no money just to take a good word of advice and apply it if you feel like necessary. But if you feel like your shit don't stink, fuck them motherfuckers and what they talking about, and they can shove their podcast, let it be, let it fall. So, moving forward, speaking of Murder Inc., fucking Irv Gotti had a stroke.
He's looking bad too. We, you know, send some prayers up for Irv Gotti
And the family, definitely.
Hopefully he can, you know what I'm saying, heal up get back to it. I know 50 don't want it to happen, but
Oh man, 50's a beast.
50's dancing on his grave before he's even in it.
He said, "Damn, homie, last week you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? You don't say that." I mean, well, I ain't gonna say you don't say it because he gonna be like, "No, you don't say that." But that's a hell of a thing to say to somebody.
50's cold.
Cold-blooded. And I know the, energy he carries around. Like, they didn't care about me when they shot me 9 times. So, by rights, I get it.
I can't say nothing to him about it. You know what I mean? Because I probably do the same shit at that point. But,
Right.
But like I said, hopefully it would be great if they could just let that shit go. You know what I mean?
But you really can't let get a shit
Not
like
that. Yeah.
You tried to kill me on purpose.
Right.
So that'll never go.
Right.
He'll never forgive that. And I mean, I don't know if he should. And I don't know if it was Irv Gotti and them or whatever. I'm not trying to tie them into it. They're going to be like, they was tied. Like, nah, I'm just saying as far as the hate that he carries around.
Right.
And who he applies it to as far as the pressure. So.
Well, Murder Inc. was, speaking of Irv, like Murder Inc. had their little run, man. They was killing it back in the
I remember that.
You can't talk about the 2000s hip hop without Murder Inc. in it and shit, and R&B. Because
Who would you say would have been the face of that specific
Ja
camp?
Rule.
For sure.
Yeah, Ja Rule was killing it. I mean, Ja Rule probably made so much money at that point until 50 took his whole style and shit. But Ja Rule was killing it.
And they had a lot of acts coming out behind Ja
They
Rule.
had hits.
Ashanti with their little collabo.
Right.
J-Lo and their little collabo. Like,
Right.
it was going down, man. And they was going platinum. So that's extra money on top of the money that they was getting.
Yeah, they was getting bread.
Mm-hmm.
They was getting big, major bread.
Right, so, Wax, let me ask you this. Do you feel, in some cases, when stuff like this happens to high-profile celebrities, it's karma?
It could be. I mean, like, it could be karma if you believe in that type of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, I mean, wasn't he spilling all kind of information on somebody he supposedly slept with and shit a couple
but
months
everybody
ago?
does that. You know what
I
I mean?
wouldn't say everybody, but, like, even if you do it with your close friends. You don't put it out in the world.
So you feeling like it's because he was a married man at the time?
I'm not feeling like anything. I'm saying if you believe in that, that could be
right
construed as why this would be karma. I guess.
Good call.
You know what I mean? But yeah, if you're married, why would you admit that or like tell everybody when it's not even that important or
it didn't have anything to do with the situation
at all.
By the way, I was like, nigga, nobody asked you that.
You're pillow talking right now.
Right. What about you, dude?
What?
Do you feel like when high-profile celebrities have stuff like this happen, it's karma?
I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in karma like that. So I think you got what you got coming to you whenever you get it coming to you, whether you did good or bad. Like you've seen good people have bad shit happen to them. Bad people fucking live their entire life with millions of dollars in their pocket. So you know.
Well, I don't know if y'all two was mistaken, but I'm talking about Karma Jenkins, the girl that practices voodoo in apartment C17 down at up in Canary Heights, this down there past Moose Point.
Right.
But yeah, I was talking about Karma Jenkinson.
Well, but anyway, do you feel like it's karma?
I feel like you do. I don't necessarily believe in karma as much as I do energy.
Right.
Now, I don't feel like you can put a lot of bad shit in the world and then expect a lot of good things to happen. But like you said, like who's to say that Jesse James, the meanest bank robber in the West, didn't live to be 113?
Right.
With an endless amount of bodies on his hands. And that was in the West.
Right.
They was doing all type of shit. That was before like you had martial law create some of the on what we going like some of the ordinances to the West.
Right.
You know, some of that shit was before the Constitution dropped.
Right. That's why they called it the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, because that might happen down there where y'all from, but around here from what did he say from
in life?
No, in Friday. between Normandy and the West. What was that block?
Normandy and Western.
Yeah, between Normandy and the West Side.
The Western.
He accentuated on the West Side like a preacher. And you know what I mean? Between those little blocks, we do this around here because the year is 1617, my brother. Shit, it could have been 1772 or 1755. And they're doing this because the Constitution didn't come until what?
1776.
So anything before that was free game.
Wait. Was it 1776 or was that the independence?
That's what I'm talking about.
The Declaration of Independence was 1776. I forget when the Constitution was ratified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Either way.
But I understand.
I'm sure it wasn't around in the Western. Like, they didn't play by that. Like, they had wanted signs, dead or alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the marshals and shit is looking for you, chances are they want to have you alive so they can bring you in. I mean, they'll probably take a dead body, but, like, they probably want to either be the ones that get you in there so they can make it look like they're, you know.
Yeah, you didn't want to cheat the hangman.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking the complete opposite. I'm going to peel your cat back and then ride with a dead body.
Yeah?
Hell yeah. I'm cool. Because, like, that's just too much of a chance he might get you taking, like, okay, say you're in, like, Oklahoma and you got to go to Texas.
What's the year?
Any year that they sent.
Do we have cars or horses?
Horses.
Oh, well, then it's a wrap. I'm going to have that motherfucker in one of those steel-ass fucking little crates, and he's going to be back there while I'm up here like, fly.
And the whole time, he's back there filing the fucking grate. Never mind.
He has his hands behind his back.
There's no way. There is no way.
And I have my marshals on the side of me in case that motherfucker move peeling.
So now it's you and two marshals.
Hey, I'm not going to be traveling by myself.
That's what they did, though.
No, they had a lot of motherfuckers. Like a sheriff, it was the sheriff, the deputy, and some marshals.
Hunters traveled with a bunch. I mean, I would just assume there was like one, maybe two. Some cases.
I'm going to have to.
Because you got to share the money.
Bingo. So what's $200 to 5 motherfuckers?
I'm giving them motherfuckers. You gotta understand, this is in the 1700s. I'm giving them motherfuckers $5 a piece.
Nah, man.
To roll with me because
sure.
back then $5 was like $50.
But they're gonna know you got 150 and come for your 150.
No,
right
it's not. They're not gonna know shit.
How they not gonna know when they all know that everybody knows the bounty and shit?
Because I'm gonna have a bunch of motherfuckers that can't read, and I'm gonna say y'all go stand over there. Then I'm gonna be over there smooth talking to motherfucker like.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they like the bounty hunters didn't travel in packs because I'm sure they did. I'm just saying like if you was like Django and his boy, it was only 2 of them.
But chances are, if I'm rolling with a band of motherfuckers that are fantastic shots, they can't read. So I'm gonna just start spelling shit out.
But
I'm gonna be like IWANT, my MONEY.
Listen,
and SILVER and then BAG.
Listen, but
and put it right by the HORS.
You're gonna have to take care of these guys, these dogs.
I am, and I'm gonna pull out 3 flashy ass. It ain't gonna be a $5 bill because I don't want you to have one of something because you're gonna miss the idea.
All I'm saying is, go to sleep around them motherfuckers.
They're not gonna know that I got that shit.
Goddamn throat for that silver.
Okay, they're not gonna know where the silver's at.
Listen,
I'm going. You always try to get me fucked up.
I'm just
not
saying.
To mention, I'm gonna be up all night drinking coffee.
So you're gonna be asleep on the drive home.
I am, because I'm gonna have one of them motherfuckers driving, or I'm gonna get a hotel. And chances are, wherever I'm going, got hookers. So
hookers and whiskey.
So I'm getting fucked up. I'm buying everybody 7 rounds of the best whiskey and a little bit of tchotchke. Like,
they're gonna be drunk, tired,
flossing.
Yeah. Like
Flossing is funny. They're gonna be like, like lunch.
Yeah.
They're not gonna know. They're gonna be some of the dumbest motherfuckers, but they're gonna be fantastic. See, that's what I mean, man. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Because I'll put y'all 2 in that cage back
I could paint you into a corner easily with everything you just described.
How you gonna transport him?
Shit. Dead over a goddamn horse, a second horse, where I ain't got to worry about him cutting my throat. I'm a take his ass across wherever they're looking for him and drop his dead ass off.
But what you fail to realize is it's 500 dead, 1,000 alive.
No.
That's normally how the bounties went, Wax.
That's, you just said dead or alive.
I know, so meaning you're only gonna get 500.
No, that's
so
not.
So now you gotta drive
back
with this stinking ass.
That's
He's gonna be stinking.
Hey,
and then you got a 7-day ride on some horses. So now, hold on, dude. So now that dead body is attracting everything from them fucking woods.
Oh well.
So now you got wolves, you got bears, you got anything that likes to eat that type of shit attracting everywhere y'all's going. That's within 100-mile radius.
We're gonna have to deal with that one way or another.
So now y'all can't even enjoy yourself because y'all got all those fucking the nature to deal with.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you gonna waste all your ammunition on a big ass grizzly bear?
No,
because
I'm not gonna waste all my ammunition on
you gonna have to
shit. No,
you gonna have
to. That's not true. Like I can go town to town, can't I?
You can, but it takes you going from Oklahoma to Texas. You already called the fucking road.
That was an example.
Well, it's the same example that you got because you're riding from the same coordinates.
Listen, you're
now you're thinking about that corpse you're carrying.
I could care less.
The whole trip.
I could care less. He's gonna be a dead man one way or another.
Attracting bear.
Oh well.
So now you gotta fucking throw it off the bear. So now your problem went from small.
Hear this madness?
Listen.
Nah, my problem is
it was
gonna be
many
small
because you had this motherfucker up talking shit. He might have been a good talking to him like, man, this
he's gonna be lullabying you to sleep so he could stab you in the neck.
I'm not going to sleeping by him. He's gonna be chained up in that thing.
All right, so you say.
How about you, dude?
Well, I don't even be honest.
All right, you got 7 days to go from Oklahoma, where Wax got it all planned out because they caught him. So now you're doing extradition of what's his name?
Jesse James.
Jesse James.
All right. So I got 7 days to bring him in.
Yes.
Dead or alive.
Yes.
Oh, I'm probably killing him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
See, and I'm glad I just thought of this now.
Because he's a killer. Like, I'm not even trying to fucking... And he probably got a gang of motherfuckers.
I was just about to say that. So when his gang goes back, like, y'all hear about Jesse? This fat nigga from out east killed him.
There you go.
But no, listen. Y'all hear about Jesse? Yeah, this deputy killed him from up east. Let's gather all now. They said there was anywhere from 16 to 20 people in that gang.
Well, they would still come to say he got kidnapped by this guy, so they don't come get us anyway.
Here's the thing.
They're going to skin you alive, son. He's going to be the one to order them to skin you alive.
Jesse's going to watch.
Yeah,
Jesse's going to watch the whole time.
Hell yeah, he's going to command them to do shit to you. Now kick his teeth out. Like, he's going to still be alive.
Why he's in that cage?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna be in there like, now kick his teeth out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, woo!
Don't worry about me, fellas. Get him.
And that's so fucking funny, man.
I'm telling you, man. I would deal with a couple bear and keep it pushing.
But you got those revolvers, my guy.
You're still gonna get. There was rifles too, but you're still gonna get paid the same whether he's alive or dead.
No, you get an extra nickel
that's
if
not
he's
true.
alive.
That's
Dude, when
not
you tell
true.
him you're going to get an extra nickel.
Look it up. It says $500 dead or alive.
But if you get there, they might feel a little generous, like Billy Bob when he found that hooch. Did he get him a fancy reward?
You're going off a if.
Did he get him a
going off
fancy reward?
If.
Ooh, if you can put Billy Bob in there like that.
Them motherfuckers is poor too. They ain't going to give you extra shit.
I'm just saying. That's the most notorious bank robber out west.
And
there's a lot of money on his head. They marked his bounty that price for a reason. They ain't gonna give you extra because you brought him in alive. They're gonna be like, this motherfucker's crazy. He don't know he cut 13 necks in old Mississippi. That's what makes it even better because he gets to be hung in front of a whole town and let them know we ain't fucking around out there in Texas. I went all the way to Oklahoma to get this motherfucker.
Good luck. Good luck.
I'm telling you. And then here's the thing, I got a bunch of dumbass shooters, so the only thing that they live to do is shoot. So them motherfuckers is dead ringers.
And as soon as you get your pouch full of silver, they're gonna shoot you in the back.
They're not gonna know
And
because I'm
slide.
gonna be upstairs looking down at them while they're letting the horse drink. And I'm like, hey fellas. They're gonna look up and I'm gonna fling them 3 pieces of silver a piece. Fling, fling, fling. Them motherfuckers gonna go. And it's gonna land right in their hand, and them motherfuckers look like the kind of
And even stupid motherfuckers start thinking, well, if he's giving all of us 3, how much money does he get?
I mean, and then here's the thing, I'm gonna come down there with that bitch tucked in the tip of my boot because I'm gonna have on a pair of
As soon as
15s.
you go to sleep, they're gonna be like,
They're not gonna know because I got that silver and I'm walking like I got on Jordan.
if they're in your crew, they're gonna be with you everywhere.
Yes.
So every time you go somewhere and spend a little bit of extra more silver,
I'm not.
Okay, so you're just gonna
Listen.
be walking around with 1,000 pieces
You act
of
like
silver.
there's a McDonald's out there, or like I'm gonna be going
You
shopping.
can spend some money on some hookers. You're gonna be the only one with hookers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They want some
he's not
hookers.
thinking
And one
in
thing
the
you
long
gotta
run.
understand.
Right.
He's not thinking about like all the purchases he's making from town to town.
It wouldn't matter. I'm the sheriff. I had this
now
when we
you're the
left.
sheriff.
I've been the sheriff. I had this money on us when we left.
Right now, you the shit.
That's the whole thing. I
You
told
see if-
Well, y'all tell them too.
Your whole squad has syphilis.
See, that's
They can't read. Y'all got syphilis and can't read.
They're going crazy.
That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. Like, this sheep pussy is delicious. That's fucked up, man.
You keep moving the damn goalpost, Phil.
I'm not.
You can't
Well, y'all
be.
tell them at home I said I'm the sheriff and I got deputies and marshals. So, with that being said,
You said you were a bounty hunter. I thought.
well, I'm a bounty hunter sheriff because I got the badge
Which
of
doesn't
both.
make sense.
It
But go
wouldn't
ahead.
matter. This is the
Go
West.
ahead.
Ain't no telling
Go
what
ahead.
happened. But if I'm getting them motherfuckers hookers, all they're doing is
Now
being
you're
drunk.
getting them hookers.
Yes, I told you.
Okay.
I'm giving them
No.
3 pieces of silver, and I'm gonna
You're
say,
flip-
ladies, go on down there and handle my boys.
How do they break a silver coin? Because they ain't gonna give the whole thing to.
You get change back.
How?
I don't know. I don't know if it was Elvis dollar. Who knows? It could have been like $1.37. Them motherfuckers get back a green dollar and some like.
Phil, they're gonna be with you 24/7.
I know
They're
that's
not
what you act
stupid.
like.
I mean, they're stupid.
They're dumb as fuck.
They see everything you do.
Okay.
And whenever you start treating a certain bag all preciously, they're gonna put 2 and 2 together.
You're gonna be sleeping with it.
Yeah, like trying to hide this
You
shit.
think Sheriff Phil got the bag in it?
That's what I'm
He
saying.
sleeps with it.
Like you're underestimating your dumb.
Listen,
man. Like,
I don't care what happens as long as dude's character's hat looks like this when he's talking like this. Like, I think he got something in his bag. Like, I don't care what it is as long as your character's hat has this,
He
dude.
sleeps with the bag under his shirt. There must be something in it, fellas.
You get everybody believing it.
I think once he goes to sleep, Jebediah, you go sneak over there.
Y'all dumbasses devising a smart ass plan.
I'm telling you, man. Like dumb. It doesn't matter if they're dumb. They're gonna pay attention to everything you do.
But
and the moment you drop your guard, they're gonna smash your head in with a fucking rock.
One thing that y'all fail to realize is that the boots I'm wearing is a size 14. It was my daddy's boots. I got that silver on the tip of my boots.
Then you're gonna be broken toes.
No, that
In a
acts as-
week.
That
In a
acts as-
week. You're
that
gonna be
acts as a
walking-
steel-toe boot. I'm good to go. I'm gonna walk like I got a fresh pair of Air Force Ones
So
on.
how you gonna pay them every time? You just gonna go in your boots and grab the
No,
silver?
they get one-time payment and one-time hooker treatment. That's it. We ain't gonna be doing it. We're not gonna be doing this shit every fucking day. You kidding me? This is the 1700s. This is the early 1700s. You get like, it's either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, we get into town on Friday. If y'all want the fucking drinks and the hooker treatment, pick a day. I'm telling you. Or you're on your own because I already gave you the silver.
You're gonna make it a month. I'll give you a month before they split your wig, man. For real.
Them motherfuckers is gonna do what the fuck I tell them to do
you're gonna
because
make
I'm
it a
paying them
month,
right.
man.
And I'm paying them well.
Shit.
3 pieces of silver back in 1708. That shit is a fuck. You could have bought land. You could have bought that little piece of shit ass shack that's poorly built, that's get ready to fall in for a bit and a half.
Listen, man. If you say, man.
I'm just saying, man, I got the smoothest fucking plan to get out of there. Soon as you fucking kill the motherfucker, both of y'all motherfuckers, y'all's gonna attract bear, mountain lions, because y'all's gonna be going up through the Montanas and all kind of other shit. Y'all going, because can't nobody read a map but you.
It's only gonna be me and like 2 other guys. So like, you know, and I'm gonna take care of these motherfuckers because they got my back.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take care of these dummies, and they're gonna turn on you.
They're
eventually,
not. They're
man.
gonna know. And if
They're
the
gonna turn
moment
on
one of them motherfuckers tries to do it, like the shit he was saying, I have impeccable hearing. So I'm gonna have that shit, and I'm gonna have my little revolver. And as soon as I hear that type of talk, I'm gonna roll over and peel whoever's cat back.
You peel his cat back, but that guy right there and that guy right there is his cousin. So now
He killed Lou.
I'm Phil.
So there's no way I can get out of this. Y'all motherfuckers stay point me into
just kill the dude that you're going
I'm
to go
not
get.
killing
It's
him,
going to
bruh.
be easier.
He's
it is going to
gonna
be so
stink
much
the
easier.
whole ride home.
Listen, he's going to stink one way or another.
Bottom line is, I'm not doing it. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If y'all can remember, we brought Jesse James up because, like I said, Jesse James could have lived his life out, been 112. He could have died with all 63 of his family members around his bed. Jesse James could have died a family man with grandkids. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, I said all that to say that. So, sorry we had you in that story so long. But I meant everything I said. And these two, I want y'all to truly see how much assholes these motherfuckers are, because they're killing Jesse James, and come to find out that wasn't even him. They was like, that ain't Jesse James. That's his brother Rich. And he's more notorious than Jesse.
Nah, he's making us the dummies.
I'm just saying,
Now
y'all
we got
killed
the wrong
guy.
bounty. We got the wrong bounty.
And now Jesse found out, and he's pissed. He found out 2 niggers from Pittsburgh fucking killed his brother, and now he wants revenge.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever
So
you
good
say.
luck.
Listen, you ain't gonna make it to the next town before they cut your goddamn throat, man.
That's so
promise
fucked
you.
up, man.
I promise you. Especially you're dealing with a cold-blooded killer. And you think a team full of dummies and one Negro is gonna take him back without
Yes, I do.
splitting your wig?
Yes,
right.
I do.
Okay.
They're all shooters.
All right.
Okay.
So sorry we took you on such a journey, but sometimes shit bees like that.
My syphilis is acting up.
My syphilis is making me stink. But nah, man. Listen, that shit was wild as fuck, man. So we appreciate you going on our journey with us back to the motherfucking 1800 West. But all good things have to come to an end. So with that being said, one more thing I gotta address. Fat Man Scoot.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Definitely a pioneer in the hip hop game. Fat Man Scoot, Crook the Clan, Crook the Clan, Crook the Clan. Y'all remember that shit? That pen. Sierra's in the house. Mr. Mina's in the house.
They got the party started.
Right, so I couldn't end this episode without saying rest in peace, Fat Man Scoot, man. You definitely held it down for hip hop, man. You have your own fixture and you have your own little piece of hip hop that you created, man, in your own lane, man. So we appreciate you for that, definitely. But Wax, Duve, I'd like to say we came, we saw,
And what else?
we delivered.
Okay.
Now, next week, we're gonna come back same time, same location, different material. Peace.